Why does Zaun join Piltover? When I first watched Arcane, I watched it together with my friends. During the scene where Savika comes and rescues Piltover, one of my friends, who likes Arcane by the way, shouted out loud, "What is happening?" Zaun are slaves to Piltover on a societal level, even ignoring the years of Piltover keeping Zaun poverty-stricken and looking at them as lower-class citizens. When Caitlyn rises to power, they practically treat Zaun like prisoners. They should hate Piltover more than anything, and for 99% of the show, they do. I mean, just look at this. This is literally a scene out of Half-Life. This guy gets arrested because his hair is blue. They hate Jinx so much that they made the color blue illegal. Zaun struggling with the oppression of Piltover is one of the core themes of the show. Arcane consistently reinforces the idea that there is good and bad on both sides, but the inherent classism of their society is a huge point of conflict. So you would expect that the show is heading towards some kind of conclusion that will bring home the insights or morals that they're trying to portray. And yet, when I scoured Season 2 for even a single scene of Piltover making things right with Zaun, I found nothing. They also don't really go into Zaun's motivation for joining Piltover at all. For the first batch of Zaun that join, the only motivation we're shown is an enforcer helping this old lady. If that's all it took, then how have you not seen an old lady being helped by this point? Hire this enforcer as an ambassador because she did more work in this one scene than generations of diplomacy in Piltover. And if you want to argue that the people of Zaun are just fighting for those that would be left behind, there are none. It's clearly shown that anyone can leave if they want to. I could maybe understand if they 100% knew that the world would just straight up end if they don't do anything. But this basically boils down into them putting their faith into one guy from Piltover who looks like he just finished starring in an episode of Survivor. Not only that, but considering the payoff that Arcane goes for at the end of the show, this is clearly meant to be a setting aside our differences moment. But what did Piltover do to earn that from Zaun? Arcane forgot to have any of the things that would allow for this payoff to happen, and then just made it happen anyway. This actually undermines the message that I thought they were trying to portray. If a core theme of Arcane is how people can be impacted in various ways by the oppression within society, then this ending basically sends the message that we should all just forgive and forget. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's not how oppression works. That's more like the moral you would have at the end of a story where your little brother stole your favorite toy. But that doesn't really work as a moral in a story where the little brother committed generational class-based exploitation.